Hey, good news, you found EPN. We bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. My name is Victor Lucas, and this one is going out to our pal Butterscotch, who's been around since the beginning, watching all of our content. Thank you so much, Butterscotch. This rundown is for you. Humanity's fight for survival is about to continue. Following an official announcement and trailer tease earlier this week, Activision and Bungie have finally unveiled Destiny 2. They've released the first gameplay trailer and concrete details about the game. As expected, it promises to have a stronger emphasis on story and characters than the last game, with the heroic Guardians scattered across the solar system following a devastating attack on their home, the Tower. It also looks like Bungie is bringing more humor to the game, thanks in a large part to a witty robot named Cade 6, voiced by none other than Firefly star Nathan Fillion.
Which means if I don't see you out there, I'll kill you myself.
When the first game launched, many complained that it was too light on story and characters, so it's good to see that Bungie is trying to rectify that with the sequel. Destiny 2 hits the PS4 and Xbox One on September 8th, almost 3 years to the day after the first game was released.
Worst case scenario, you die. But who knows? Maybe you won't.
And Destiny 2 isn't the only outer space shooter on the way. Electronic Arts has officially confirmed something we all knew was coming: Star Wars Battlefront 2, a sequel to their 2015 reboot of the franchise. The studio has revealed the title on the official website, saying that the first trailer and other details will be unveiled on April 15th during the annual Star Wars Celebration event in Orlando. This isn't the first we've heard of the game. EA and developer DICE have stated many times that a new Battlefront is on the way, and even confirmed earlier this month that the game would be playable at their EA Play event during E3 in June. As for what will be in the game, the developers have previously hinted that the sequel will have a story campaign this time around and include new eras like The Force Awakens.
The garbage will do!
Over to the other big EA and DICE franchise, Battlefield 1 is getting a lot easier to play with your friends. They've introduced a new feature called Premium Friends, which allows users with a paid premium pass to play any map with their friends, even if their friends haven't paid for the map themselves. All you need is for at least one person in your party to have a premium pass, which will make the party premium enabled, opening up every single map. Here's the catch: players who haven't bought the maps won't be able to spawn in with the weapons and vehicles that are specific to that map, and your progress while playing won't count towards your character's medals. Still, this seems like a good way to make sure players and their friends won't be divided between those who have the maps and those who don't, so it will be interesting to see how this works out. A test run of Premium Friends begins today. And one of the best shooters in years is getting some new content of its own. Respawn Entertainment has revealed the big Colony Reborn update for Titanfall 2, offering a mix of both paid and free content. First up, the free stuff includes a new map called Colony, which is based on the popular map of the same name from the original Titanfall. There's also the new R101 rifle, along with a brutal new execution called the Curb Check, which is exactly what it sounds like. For players with the paid season pass, you'll get all that, plus loads of new cosmetic enhancements for your character and Titan. The Colony update is available today on all platforms. Titanfall 2 is easily one of the best games in recent memory and was named Game of the Year in our annual Rocket and Reagan Awards for 2016. If you still haven't played it, Respawn is holding a free trial this weekend, starting today and running until Monday, April 3rd. It gives free access to the game's entire multiplayer component, and you'll also be able to play the training gauntlet and the single-player mission, The Beacon. Go ahead and give it a try if you haven't already. What would happen if Clash Royale and Sniper Elite had a baby? Ubisoft is finding out. The game maker has launched Tom Clancy's Shadowbreak, a new mobile game that's essentially Clash Royale but with a sniper rifle. Two players go head-to-head across a battlefield with the aim of conquering the other's territory, but the twist is that, along with deploying your units, you have the ability to use a sniper rifle to take out enemy units. This allows you to help your soldiers as they move forward and puts a unique spin on the familiar genre. Since this is a mobile game, there will of course be microtransactions, with players having the option of spending real-life money to speed up how often they get new upgrades and gear. Shadowbreak is the first game in the Clancyverse built from the ground up for mobile devices, and it's developed by Ubisoft Halifax, a subsidiary that Ubisoft acquired in 2015 specifically to create new mobile games. It's available now in Canada only as part of a soft launch, with a global rollout slated for later this year. In other news from the Clancyverse, the new open-world game Ghost Recon Wildlands is getting new content based on another Tom Clancy game, The Division. Wildlands players can download the Division Pack, which includes a new outfit, patch, and weapon based on the look of that game. It's available now and is free, but the catch is you'll need to own both games in order to get it. Delivering justice is always fun, but sometimes it's good to be bad. Injustice 2 developer NetherRealm Studios has revealed 2 new villains that will be playable in the DC fighting game, Scarecrow and Captain Cold. Scarecrow is the nightmare-inducing bad guy from the Batman comics, and Captain Cold has often appeared in the Flash comics and is also a big part of television's ongoing Arrowverse. Both Scarecrow and Captain Cold will appear alongside 2 already announced villains, Gorilla Grodd and Bane, with the 4 of them joining forces to take down the heroes after the events of the last game. So far, 27 different characters have been announced for the game, with 11 more on the way, although some of those might be available as DLC after launch. Injustice 2 arrives on May 16th. Hollywood's stuck-in-development hell version of Akira might finally be able to get out of the sunken place thanks to a hot new director. A live-action American version of the classic Japanese anime film and manga series has been in the works for years, failing to get a green light and jumping from one filmmaker to the next. Now it might be moving forward thanks to another new filmmaker. Film website The Tracking Board reports that comedian and Get Out writer-director Jordan Peele is in talks to helm the new Akira. The site claims that Warner Brothers is aggressively pursuing him for the job, hoping that he'll be able to finally make it work. Peele is obviously in high demand following the stunning critical and financial success of Get Out, so we'll let you know if he takes the job or just becomes another in a long line of filmmakers to abandon the project. So why has it taken so long for the Akira movie to get made? Like most Japanese properties, its storyline, characters, and themes are extremely complex, which makes it difficult to turn it into a 2-hour movie. Perhaps not coincidentally, this update about the Akira movie comes just a day before the release of another long-in-development Hollywood adaptation of a Japanese manga series, Ghost in the Shell. If that film is a success, you can bet it will speed up the development of Akira. I'll be reviewing it with my pal Johnny Millennium, also known as the Happy Console Gamer, today, so keep your eyes peeled. And the producer behind Get Out might be taking on a frightening video game series. Jason Blum, who produced Get Out and countless other horror movies like Paranormal Activity and The Purge through his Blumhouse Productions banner, has apparently snapped up the big screen rights to the point-and-click survival horror game Five Nights at Freddy's. The game's creator, Scott Cawthorne, has released an image hinting that a film adaptation is in the works at Blumhouse. Several different studios have recently been fighting for the rights, probably because the games seem like an obvious choice for a film adaptation. They're filled with jump scares and creepy dolls, 2 things that are very popular right now in the horror movie genre. That's our rundown for today, but don't be sad. We've got lots of other great content on the channel, and we're working on a brand new rundown tomorrow, so please come back.